Futures are soft as Europe anticipates further requests for financial support from Spain and Greece. AT&T announces sales record as the iPhone 5 takes more orders in the first week than all previous models. Is Apple headed to 700? I'm Taylor Schranza, and the morning call starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com.
And I'm Jill Malandrino with theStreet, and together we bring you the Morning Call Express. Well, Scott, for September, which is historically not that great of a month, all three key indices closed to multi-year highs on Friday.
Yes, and that's after August, which was supposed to be no action over the summer, which was also, awesome to trade and whatnot.
Right, and you know what the whole thing is, like we've been talking about for the entire year, you have to pick your trades tactically and really think about trading and investing that way. Growth slowing, whatever argument you want to make, it doesn't matter at the end of the day when you take a look at the tape. Also, guys, let's remember this week, we're heading to the end of the quarter for expiration. We have quad witching. It's a little bit quiet today with the holiday, but going into the end of the week, we expect some more volatility and volume. So how are we setting ourselves up for this?
I think Friday we came in and finally the oscillators were so overbought that I even said, you know what, me who's been bullish for the past, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever, since the October 4th lows, it's time to be a little tactical, time to trade around your positions. You maybe sell some of your favorite longs into the extension and maybe even add to, some of your hedges just to try and make some money into the extension. If you look here at the chart, you will see unbelievable move. You're talking, this is the reversal from October 4th. This is the setup into this year, that wedge that went into the first quarter. Then you had your pullback with reverse June 4th. And then this last pattern, this cup and handle pattern that ignited. This was ECB day, this was QE day, and this was Friday. So if you take a closer look here, I do think that a dip will be viable, and you'll make a lot more money buying a dip versus trying a cute short. So right here, this is one level that I would watch on the S&P. This is 1460, and then there's another level midway through this igniting bar, which is about 1452. I would think that, if we hold up here, you're going to have a high-level flag, just like we did here above this breakout. But, they might shake it up a little bit, so I would be very surprised if we go much below 1450.
Speaking of stellar outperformance, we're going to take a look at high beta tech in the long call version, but let's take a look at Apple for the Morning Call Express. Just some significant performance this year. It's been incredible.
You could, any time frame you want on Apple. Macro investor, you're holding, you're doing great. Intermediate trader, you're doing great. Even active, every day there's a setup. And the last setup was when they came out with their iPhone 5 release. That last half an hour, the buying pressure came in. I've been long again since then. And now it seems like, I'm sorry, I said maybe last week we can get to 700. It might be this week. You saw the news from AT&T saying like their biggest, of demand ever seen for an iPhone. So it should join the club of Google above 700, and also in high beta land, you can't, Amazon and LinkedIn hasn't been too shabby.
Right, no, and LinkedIn is one of those names where that is true outperformance, where it's one of those IPO social media names that has really outperformed fundamentally and technically. When we jump into the trenches, we're going to look at the ags, which is another key theme that Scott and I have had for 2012. That Q3, Q4 explosion, regardless of what was going on with the drought in our fundamental thesis. Let's take a look at MOO and look from the June 4th low, the red dog reversal as we say, and look at the performance now.
Well, this is a great situation to talk about because, first quarter, second quarter, not the place to be. You stood firm. You're like, gun to head, third quarter, this is going to go. I'm like, let's wait for a technical pattern. Both of them lined up. So if you look at the move right here, you will see on the chart, this, it didn't do well from May into June, but it didn't matter. Here you come out on that reversal near June 4th low. You had the gap up, never even attempted to fill the gap. This is where you could have started accumulating, and since then, it's been just an unbelievable move. So it's showing you that money does rotate, and you can create alpha when you concentrate on the areas where the money's going.
All right, guys, we have a nice week lined up for you. Volatility volume coming back, going into quad witching the end of this week. Have a great week, everyone. Catch Scott at the end of the day, every day, wrapping up the charts for us on Real Money Pro, Options Profits, and T3Live.com.